Good morning, everyone. This is As Mohammad Khan. Today, I welcome you in our next segment. In this segment, we will discuss about the velocity time graph and equation of motion. Student, velocity time graph are the pictorial representation of velocity and time. In this, we also know about the acceleration, means the third quantity that we get with the help of velocity time graph. That third physical quantity is known as acceleration. So the first graph that we will discuss today is a graph with a constant velocity, means in this an automobile transport like bus and car, it is moving with a constant velocity. It may be 40 meter per second, it may be 30 meter per second, or it may be 60 meter per second, or in the kilometer per hour we can also represent it in the form of speed. Student, it may be 40 kilometer per hour, 30 kilometer per hour, 20 kilometer per hour, means that velocity is not changing, velocity is constant here. Means the particular automobile transport is moving with a constant velocity without any change. So in this, the graph that we will get, it will be, student, like this. First we will draw the line. These are the two lines we will draw. This line represents the x-axis and this line represents the y-axis. This particular line is representing time. It is time and it is velocity. Velocity. Time SI unit is second and velocity SI unit is meter per second. So in the case of constant velocity, if we will draw the graph, student, that graph will be parallel to the time, means it will be parallel to the x-axis. So in this type of graph we will get, and here the acceleration will be 0. Why it will be 0? Because here, student, the velocity, initial velocity is similar to the final velocity. It may be 20 meter per second, it may be 30 meter per second, it may be 40 meter per second, means it is similar and it is not changing. That's why here the acceleration is 0. Now we come on the next graph, and it is the graph in which an object is moving with uniform velocity. In this, the velocity of the particular object is changing equal interval of time, and the acceleration that we will have here, it will be positive. Like, student, in this type of graph we will get, first we will draw this axis, it is y-axis and it is x-axis. It represents the time and it represents the velocity. Now the graph that we will get here, it will be in straight line, it will not be parallel. This type of graph we will get in the case of uniform velocity. Uniform velocity case we will get this type of graph, and here the acceleration will be positive, student. It will not be negative, because in this final velocity, this is the final v, and this is the initial, because the object is starting from the rest. So initial and final is here, and in this the final velocity is more than the initial velocity. That's why the acceleration that we will get here, it will be positive, student. Now we come on the next, uniform velocity, but the acceleration is negative here. Acceleration is negative here, student. So in the case of negative acceleration, the graph that we will get here, like one object, first we will draw the x-axis, it is the x-axis and it is the y-axis. In this graph, the object initial velocity is decreasing according to the time, and this type of graph we will get in this. It is initial velocity and this velocity is final, and it is on the time axis, means this point will be on the time axis and here it is 0. So in this, student, what have you understood? It is final. What have you understood? That here the initial velocity is more than final velocity. That's why this type of graph we will get. And this graph also represents the retardation, means the velocity of the object is decreasing here. That's why the acceleration that we will get here, it is negative. Now we come on the next. Free falling stone. Many times when we throw the stone, student, throw the stone, then that stone comes down under the gravitational force, and at that time the acceleration that is found in that particular stone, that acceleration is known as acceleration due to gravitational force, and it is represented by small g with the help of this. And in general, its value is always equal to the 9.8 meter per second square. This. So when the object comes down at that time, which type of graph we will get here? This type of graph we will get. First, this is x-axis and this is y-axis, and in this particular point is origin, or we can also indicate it as 0. Now this is time and this is velocity. Now we come on this graph. So student, when we throw the stone in the upward direction like this, at that time that stone moves up, and at a particular height it is stopped or it comes into rest, and due to that rest its initial velocity becomes 0. Its initial velocity becomes 0. That's why the graph will be start from here, from 0, student, and the graph that we will get, it will be straight line like this. This type of graph we will get. Why? Because at a particular height the initial velocity becomes 0, and after that it again change under the effect of gravitational force, means that velocity is changed per unit time, and the acceleration that we get in that, it is 9.8 meter per second square, means acceleration due to gravity, student. So these are the velocity time graph, student. And why are they important? These graphs are important, student, because with the help of this graph we will get the equation of motion. Now there are 3 equations of motion. First equation of motion is equal to V is equal to U plus AT. Second equation is, so first equation I am writing here, first equation I am writing here, student, I am making the box here. V is equal to U plus AT. It is the first equation. Second equation is equal to S is equal to ut plus half at square. This is the second equation. Third equation is 2as is equal to v square minus u square. So these are the three equations of motion, and these three equations of motion we can get with the help of graphical representation of velocity time graph, student. If we get the relation of velocity time, then we can easily get these equation of motion. Now in this, you try to understand the symbol that are used in these equations. Like in the first equation, this v is used for the final velocity, u is used for initial velocity, and a is for acceleration, t is used for time. Next is this s is used for distance or displacement, student. It is used for displacement or distance, and this u is used for initial velocity, and t is used for time, and a is for acceleration, and t is again for time. Now we come on the next. It is 2as, a for acceleration, s for distance or displacement, v for final velocity, u for initial velocity. So these are the three equations of motion, and with the help of these three equations of the motion, you will solve the different numerical, student. So they are very, very important, and we get them with the help of graphical representation of velocity time, student. So in our next segment, we will try to get the equation of motion with the help of graphical representation. So thank you very much and have a pleasant day.